bet this spot just for real cheap. Try to get him off like random ace high, overcard Broadway, like king jack stuff, which some guys might check back there. This is just sort of a vacuum flare play that I don't think is great, but I think versus in a vacuum could work it well enough versus a decent amount of the pool. Mainly because the pool is not seeing the environment reopen often enough as a bluff there. So it's part of my strategy overall is like when conditions are decently vacuumed, I'm using the perception that the villain has of the environment to my advantage. Write that down. I think that's one of the best things that I've said on this stream yet, and it just kind of clarified itself to me in that hand. Love the low flops. Love them. Just because I chew up way too much fold equity versus the pool in those spots. And those are my favorite spots. Good old night vision. I think that's going to be the favorite pack because you guys have to understand that when I'm creating this stuff, I'm reverse engineering it for not only, well, for what I think the community really needs, but I have a sensitivity for what the community really wants too. And you should want this type of pack because it's the first time that exploitative play has really been as black and white data driven as I think it is now, and that's a function of us just having better tools. So I'm glad to be at the leading edge of the race of that type of product being put together. That's like finally, if you want to put in 100 hours or even 50 hours, um, looks like my internet's going down. I think I'm back. I think I just got booted for some reason, and I just had my pocket queens. I wonder if my queens got folded too. Anyway, fuck. What was I saying? I was on a good thought. Um, hmm. Well, guess I'm not supposed to know. I'm gonna call it because we're almost done anyway. Um, oh, just remembered. I was talking about like I have a sensitivity to what is both helpful and what you guys are really gonna love because I make enough blog posts. I see the ones that the community really responds well to, and I know from the paradigm the community is in what type of information they really value. And I think that you should value this hybrid of black and white driven data that also leads you to a better exploitative blueprint for your game or better exploitative abilities. So it's one of my It's one of the things I'm most excited about is to make that pack and make it well and make it simple, and have it be the thing that like everybody who's actually serious like just buys that fucking pack and then gets to work. Um, it's one of the things that I've been thinking about lately, because I'm like getting on social now and stuff and doing Instagrams and or at least learning how to do it. And I check out some of the other streams and like what I see is a fuckload of entertainment, like poker entertainment, and that's all good. Like I love the Jamie Staples show. I maybe would watch it too, like once a week or something if I had time. But if you guys are saying you want to get better and then what you do is camp out and you watch the fucking entertainment poker streams, I have no sympathy for you whatsoever. So what I want is to be the channel or the outlet where guys who are actually fed up and guys who have actually reached the critical mass in their own lives and are clarified that they really want this, you come see me then because I'm actually serious about giving you the simplified tools necessary to go ahead and do it. So yeah, I think that kind of like sums up what I said at the beginning about why I'm actually in this. I'm a product of what the community is more or less stuck in right now. Like I've been through that whole thing and I know the freedom of coming out on the other end and I know how valuable it is, and I deeply deeply want to see more guys come out on the other side of that. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, and I don't think I'll stop doing it until I reach way more people and sort of course correct the state of the games, because I think it can be done. It's just a thing that requires patience. You have to put out a lot of content and you have to gain a lot of traction. But I think it's worth it. I think that it's something that needs to be done and nobody else seems to want the responsibility, so I'm going to do it. If somebody else can do it better, they should. And I don't feel as though I have competitors. That's the thing, is like there's so much entertainment shit going on in the coaching industry, with social media stuff that's going on now, that like I don't see competition. I'm doing my thing. I'm trying to build this thing that I think works. And anybody who actually wants to latch on to that, I would see them as an ally in it, because I'm doing this for the community. Like I'm clarified on that. I want the community to be healthy again and thinking independently. Okay, guys, I think that's going to do it. Last question by Johnny C. Do you think you're able to play more tables with your simplified strategies? Yes and no. You save a lot of time doing stuff like checking range out of position, c-betting 1/3 in position, but the more intense you get in terms of like identifying data points, and basing decisions off of more subtler aspects that you're picking up on at the table, I think that sort of counteracts the energy that you save on the simplified portions of the strategies. That being said, I think my thought process is more simplified because I've trained myself to only put attention on the things that I think are most valuable in terms of data points over the course of the hand. So if you watch me in terms of a thought process on the river, like I did this in the new Run At Once video, there might be 3 or 4 things that I sort of noticed over the course of the hand that I actually made an effort to make sure that I noticed, to make sure that I remembered when I'm making that final decision. So in that sense, I'm saving energy, but to counteract that, a decent amount of energy goes into detecting those subtleties and to making sure that I'm staying focused on filtering for only the most valuable data points. So it kind of goes both ways. I think my efficiency has definitely gone up. I can't say though that I'm feeling comfortable playing more hands per hour, because you go deeper when you go to higher data points. When you increase your subtlety of your awareness, you end up going deeper into a situation that you only saw in a more shallow, surface-oriented way before. So it's difficult to say. Maybe it's about the same, considering that I can only play 3 tables of Zoom max, and that's when I'm not speaking. So yeah. Okay, guys. I think I'm going to do diversification as the next topic. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you learned something. I think there was a couple of good nuggets. I'm gonna go finish the mental game pack. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow, 7 p.m. my time, 1 p.m. Eastern.